For centuries, the secrets held within the human mind have remained locked away, a vast and intricate universe inaccessible to the outside world. But what if we could peer into this universe not through invasive procedures, but through the elegant dance of algorithms and brainwaves? This is the ambitious goal of AI-powered brain decoders, a technology rapidly advancing from the realm of science fiction to scientific reality. Imagine a world where thoughts seamlessly transform into text, where the whispers of our consciousness find their voice in the digital realm. This is no longer a distant dream, but a tangible possibility thanks to groundbreaking research in artificial intelligence. Just as we've taught machines to recognize faces and translate languages, we're now on the cusp of teaching them to decode the very essence of human thought. This isn't about invading privacy or reading minds against someone's will. It's about empowering those who have lost their voice, about understanding the complexities of the human brain, and unlocking new frontiers in communication and human-computer interaction. The potential benefits, both medical and societal, are staggering. Join me as we delve into the exciting world of AI brain decoders, exploring the science behind this revolutionary technology, its potential to transform lives, and the ethical considerations we must address as we venture into this uncharted territory of the mind. The quest to decode brain activity is not new. For decades, scientists have been fascinated by the idea of understanding the brain's inner workings and translating them into actionable data. Scientists have long sought ways to tap into the electrical symphony of neurons firing within our skulls. This intricate dance of electrical impulses holds the key to our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Early brain-computer interfaces, while promising, faced a significant hurdle: the need for extensive training. These early systems required users to undergo rigorous training sessions to achieve even basic functionality. Subjects would spend countless hours, often days, hooked up to machines, repeating the same thoughts or actions, while algorithms learned to recognize the subtle patterns in their brainwaves. This repetitive process was not only time-consuming, but also mentally exhausting for the participants. This laborious process limited the practical applications of brain-computer interfaces. The sheer amount of time and effort required made it impractical for widespread use, especially for those who needed it the most. Imagine asking a paralyzed patient eager to communicate to undergo weeks of grueling training before they can express even the simplest thought. The emotional and physical toll was simply too high. The time commitment and mental fatigue proved to be major roadblocks. Many potential users were deterred by the daunting prospect of such an intensive training regimen. Furthermore, these traditional methods often struggled to generalize. The algorithms were highly specific and could not easily adapt to new or slightly different thoughts. A decoder trained to recognize the thought "I am thirsty" might falter when presented with "I want water," even though the underlying meaning is similar. This lack of flexibility was a significant limitation. This lack of flexibility highlighted the limitations of relying solely on brain activity patterns for decoding complex thoughts. The need for a more adaptive and intuitive approach was clear. The breakthrough came with a paradigm shift in thinking. Researchers began to explore new ways to bridge the gap between human thought and machine interpretation. Instead of forcing the brain to conform to the limitations of the machine, what if we could design algorithms that learn and adapt like the human brain itself? This innovative approach opened up new possibilities. This is precisely the approach taken by researchers at the University of Texas at Austin, who have developed a new breed of AI-powered brain decoders that learn quickly and efficiently, adapting to the user's unique brain patterns, paving the way for a new era in mind-reading technology. This advancement holds the promise of making brain-computer interfaces more accessible and practical for everyday use. The team at UT Austin, led by neuroscientist Alexander Huth, has made a giant leap forward in the field of brain decoding. Their groundbreaking research is pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible in understanding the human brain. Their innovative approach, at its core, relies on a deep understanding of language processing and how the brain represents meaning. By delving into the intricate ways our brains handle language, they are uncovering new insights into neural activity. Instead of focusing solely on individual words or phrases, their algorithm taps into the rich tapestry of semantic information encoded in brain activity. This method allows for a more holistic understanding of how our brains process language. We're not just looking at which neurons fire when you hear a word, explains Dr. Huth. We're examining the broader picture, the entire landscape of brain activity. We're looking at how different concepts and ideas relate to each other in the brain's semantic space. This comprehensive view is what sets their research apart. This semantic approach allows the decoder to learn much faster and generalize better than traditional methods. By understanding the relationships between concepts, the algorithm can adapt more efficiently. Instead of needing to be explicitly trained on every possible word or phrase, the algorithm can infer meaning from context and relationships between concepts, much like how humans learn language. This makes the learning process more natural and intuitive. In a groundbreaking study, the UT Austin team demonstrated the power of their new decoder. They showcased how effective their approach is in real-world scenarios. They used functional magnetic resonance imaging, a technique that measures brain activity by detecting changes in blood flow to record the brain activity of participants while they listened to hours of audio books and watched silent films. This method provided a wealth of data for their analysis. The results were astounding. The decoder's ability to interpret brain activity with such accuracy was beyond expectations. With minimal training, the decoder could accurately translate the gist of the participants' thoughts into text, capturing not just individual words but the overall meaning and intent behind them. This marks a significant advancement in brain-computer interface technology, opening new possibilities for communication and understanding the human mind. The use of functional magnetic resonance imaging in this research marks a significant departure from previous brain-computer interface studies. Unlike older methods, fMRI allows scientists to peer into the brain with unprecedented clarity, capturing the intricate dance of neurons in real time. While other methods like electroencephalography offer portability, functional magnetic resonance imaging provides a much richer and more detailed picture of brain activity. EEGs are useful for their mobility and ease of use, but they lack the depth and resolution that fMRI offers. Think of it this way: electroencephalography is like listening to the murmur of a crowd from outside a stadium, while functional magnetic resonance imaging is like having a seat in the front row, able to see the expressions on each individual's face. This front row seat allows researchers to observe the subtleties and nuances of brain activity that would otherwise be missed. This level of detail is crucial for decoding the complex symphony of brain activity associated with language and thought. The ability to see these fine details helps scientists understand how different regions of the brain interact and contribute to the process of storytelling. But the UT Austin team didn't stop at simply recording brain activity. They pushed the boundaries further by integrating storytelling into their research. They understood the power of storytelling. Stories are a fundamental part of human experience, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and even our identities. By using engaging audiobooks and silent films, they provided the decoder with a rich and diverse dataset to learn from. This variety ensured that the decoder was exposed to a wide range of narrative structures and emotional contexts. Just as we learn language by being immersed in stories, the decoder was able to decipher the nuances of human thought by analyzing the brain's response to narratives. This immersion allowed the decoder to pick up on subtle cues and patterns that are essential for understanding complex thoughts. This innovative approach yielded remarkable results. The decoder's ability to interpret brain activity was significantly enhanced by the rich narrative data it was trained on. The decoder could not only translate the basic plot points of the stories, but also capture the emotional undertones and even the characters' perspectives. This depth of understanding is what sets this research apart from previous studies. In one instance, a participant listened to a story about a character searching for a lost key, and the decoder accurately translated the thought, "He's looking for the key." This demonstrated the decoder's ability to grasp not just the words, but the underlying meaning and context. The decoder wasn't simply matching words to brain activity patterns, but inferring meaning from the context of the story. This represents a significant leap forward in our ability to understand and interpret the human mind.